Cool, yeah. So, Sonny, again, I think the first thing I wanted to say is I took a day off from training.
Right.
And that's always tough coming back into it. It's just about the habit, right? What do you say when people kind of take a day off or they take a week off and they fall out of habit,
Well, that's really challenging. I think because when you first start off doing Muay Thai, you're really excited about it, and then eventually you sort of reach a bit of a plateau.
Yeah.
You reach a plateau, and you start to become aware. First of all, like sometimes you're aware that you're not as good as you want to be, or you might look at someone else in the gym and you're not as good as them.
Yeah.
And I think that the real point where you really start Muay Thai is when you get to those plateaus, and then when you have a week off, you've got that resistance as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yes. You've got that resistance, and then it's all about the real sort of struggle of Muay Thai is more like emotional and mental. Mm-hmm. It's getting over that resistance, it's breaking through those plateaus, asking your coach how to get over to what do I do to the next step.
Yeah, and kind of on that note, the second half is I just want to talk about a little bit the Dutch drills you mentioned. Really interesting. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, no, the Dutch drills are. I can't say I think what people really want to do when they come into like a sparring class, they just want to spar.
Yeah.
Can I do free sparring? And they want to do hard sparring as well.
Yeah.
Whereas actually, when I see it from a coach's perspective, there are certain things that people need to get in order to spar really well.
Yeah.
Which is quite often is defense, footwork, distance, accuracy, timing. And you can't necessarily, in the beginning, learn those things on the pads alone. You actually need to learn, get the experience of somebody actually coming at you, throwing punches and kicks and knees, and then how to deal with that effectively. And I think the Dutch drills are a really good halfway house between sparring and pad work.
Yeah, it's interesting. The difference between learning just how to take a punch is kind of one step, and then because we learn combos, you're actually going to take combos, and learning to kind of move your body to be able to take 3-4 punches one after the other is a very, very different skill. I've noticed. It's quite intimidating when they just come in.
That's it, and that's what's really good, because it's like anything. If you can do a drill and get less intimidated and get used to taking punches and kicks or blocking punches and kicks, you're kind of getting desensitized. So when you actually do start sparring and somebody is throwing punches and kicks, A, you know how you should be reacting if you don't react in that way. Yeah. B, you've already had experience of somebody throwing punches, kicks and knees at you. So it's kind of equipping you better rather than just throwing you straight in at the deep end to do free sparring, which was the old way, how I learned a long time ago. It's just chucked in a boxing ring and, get sink or swim. Whereas I think this is like a kind of aid to get you defending. And also the other thing with attacking as well, it's giving you, if you don't, one of the things I hear as a coach when people spar a lot of the time is, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure what to do to attack. I mean, some people, of course, have more just instinct for it, but a lot of people don't know what to do. I think these drills kind of prime you with lots of good ideas of attacking.
Yeah.
And also, it gets you used to throwing volumes of shots. I mean, I've done a lot of seminars with Damien Trainer, and I'm a really big fan of his. I base a lot of what I do on his stuff. And what he says is, if you throw, 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 shots in a drill, when you're sparring, you'll find yourself throwing 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
So it gets you accustomed to throwing more shots. So, and as I say, I've trained with Damien a number of times, and watched a lot of his students fight. Like I watched Simon Whitehead fight in Cardiff 2 shows ago, and he fought somebody here, Tom, in Birmingham. I'm just impressed with the quality and the movement and the standard of technique of Damien's guys, and it's something I want our guys to do. So I don't feel like I'm copying. I feel like I'm just emulating the best. I do try and train with. I've had Jump Up Kai Von Teep to do a seminar here on clinching, because I feel I've learnt a lot. Next weekend I'm off to Bristol to train with Tony Myers, Dean James and Saeed Ismaili, who are doing a seminar on how they prepared Dean for his world title fight. So, and that uses Olympic wrestling. So
awesome.
I get a lot of information, and I kind of filter it into the students, even though they might not necessarily realise where it's come from. I'm trying to constantly improve what I do.
Yeah.
Give people the best possible coaching I can.
And I think that comes across. And I think most importantly as well, we had, again, quite a few beginners and novices doing the last kind of sparring training bit again there, which was always good to see, you know.
Oh, well, that's what I want. You know, I want Muay Thai to be accessible to everybody.
Yep.
You know, I really do. And I feel like sometimes, like, sparring is the most difficult part for people to access.
Yes.
So by doing drills, it is empowering people.
Yeah.
It's giving them the power that they actually realise I can block, I can deal with, you know, attacks coming in. And I think someone's self-confidence can be really, like, made or broken in a sparring class. And I think it's my sort of responsibility to equip people with the tools to spar. So when they are doing free sparring, they then feel like they can cope with it and they're not put in a situation where they feel it's really out of their control.
Yeah, very cool. All right, I think that about does it. And people can reach out via the website?
Yeah, we've got our website, fscmuaythai.co.uk, and our Facebook page, FSC Muay Thai. So if you'd like to come along and try a free class, we've got our gym at St Paul's Road in Honiton. So if you're in one of the villages in East Devon or anywhere surrounding, you know, we've got this gym here, we've got Thai pads and mats. We've got a full-time gym in Exeter and Water Lane, which is right near the town centre. There's ample parking there.
Yep.
And we've got, you know, if you look on our page, we've got 15 classes a week, which is, you know, even morning classes. So we've got a lot of classes to try and bring Muay Thai to as many people as possible. And it's a really exciting sport. And it's got like a wide participation from all ages. I mean, I think, you know, we've got children that do Muay Thai. And my oldest student is 77. He started when he was 75. So, you know, it's really a very widely taken part in sport.
Very cool. Cheers, man.
Thanks again, Michael, for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Cool.
Thank you.